Assalamu alaikum, 1 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Muhammad Munib Hamid. First, the headlines. Pakistan has expressed serious disappointment over dismissal of the first ever UN report documenting grave human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. Foreign Minister says terrorism remains a big challenge for Pakistan and more needs to be done to wipe out terrorism. Caretaker Prime Minister launched monsoon tree plantation campaign by planting a sapling at Prime Minister House today. Supreme Court has declared Dr. Shahzad Niazi ineligible to contest elections in PP 90, Bakr and Muhammad Ali Hakru in PS 16. Now the news in detail. Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Muhammad Faisal says Pakistan is deeply disappointed by India dismissing the first ever UN report documenting grave human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. In his tweets, he pointed out that India has failed to address the very serious concerns raised by the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. The spokesperson said the Kashmir report of the UN quotes from the official Indian sources including Indian Parliament, Supreme Court and Indian media. They said the Office of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights is disturbed by the sustained Indian attempts to distract and divert the focus from human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. Kashmir report is about human rights of millions of people in Kashmir. Dr. Muhammad Faisal said Pakistan has welcomed the visit by the Commission of Inquiry both to Azad Kashmir and occupied Kashmir as recommended in the UN report. The UNHCR has termed the Indian media campaign as an attempt to distract and divert focus from human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. A spokesperson for the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Rupert Colville, said in a statement in Geneva today that the Indian media calling the UN body reports as nefarious conspiracy, fallacious and malafide are unfounded and baseless. He said that the UN Human Rights Office has a global mandate and works independently with a well-established methodology in its public reporting. He lashed out at the campaign launched by the Indian media outlets at the behest of the Indian government against the UN body and UN Secretary General UNHRC's landmark report on Kashmir, terming it puzzling and wild claims. Foreign Minister Abdullah Hussain Haroon says terrorism remains a big challenge for Pakistan. Addressing a conference in Islamabad today, he pointed out that recent terrorist attacks in Bannu and Mastan clearly indicate that more needs to be done to wipe out terrorism. The foreign minister, however, admitted that the country certainly has suppressed the menace strongly over the last few years, and the terrorist elements are not that much strong as they once used to be.
We have certainly suppressed it fairly strongly. They're not in that absolute control they were a couple of years back. Things have changed drastically. And if things move in the directions they have been set into, I think there can be a certain containment to the extent that our neighbors would be happy, we would be happy, and certainly the international community would be happy.
Highlighting the challenges on the foreign policy front, the foreign minister said there are also plenty of opportunities for Pakistan which have not yet been tried. He said we have to move towards redesigning and reframing our policies for the betterment. He said India and Pakistan needs to be settled water-related issues through negotiations and peaceful means in accordance with existing Indus Water Treaty. Caretaker Prime Minister, Justice Retired Nasirul Mulk, kicked off the annual monsoon tree plantation campaign with a pledge to make Pakistan green. The Prime Minister planted a sapling of pine at PM House in Islamabad today. Caretaker Minister for Climate Change, Muhammad Yusuf Sheikh, and senior officials were present at the launch ceremony. The Ministry of Climate Change has set a target of planting 47.14 million trees during the monsoon this year at national level in collaboration with the province's armed forces and other institutions. The tree plantation campaigns are frequently conducted to highlight the important role of forests in the improvement of environment to counter negative impact of climate change and poverty alleviation. The government has initiated a massive tree planting program in all the provinces and territories of Pakistan through Green Pakistan program. The Supreme Court today declared ineligible Dr. Shahzad Niazi in PP 90 Bakr and Muhammad Ali Hakru in PS 16 to contest elections. Justice Sheikh Azmat Saeed and Justice Ijaz Al-Ahsan heard the applications. Meanwhile, the court rejected application of ineligibility against Aftab Akbar from PP 23. Accountability Court Islamabad has adjourned hearings of Al Azizia steel mills and flagship references against former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and his family members till 30th of this month. The National Accountability Bureau, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, has summoned Chairman Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Imran Khan in helicopter case today. According to spokesperson of NAB, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Imran Khan can appear before the NAB up to 5 p.m. this afternoon. He is accused of using official helicopter for his personal purposes. In the third one-day international of 5-match series at Bulawayo against Pakistan, Zimbabwe were 26 for 3 in 9 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Zimbabwe won the toss and elected to bat first. For more news, and that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.